What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lean and Mean Academy. I am Aaron Parker, and today we're talking about what does a web team actually do. Before I jump into this, if you're looking to have a pro website built by the same team who builds my top performing site, Footbridge Media, down in Pensacola, Florida. Yes, they are from the great US of A. Go ahead and click the first link in the description, first link in the comments. It'll take you there, and you can kind of get all the details and learn more. I got my good friend Chris Lonergan here on the line from Footbridge, and he's going to talk to us a little bit today about what does a web team, man, what do y'all actually do over there, bro? What do y'all do?
We're just hanging out here. We're just slinging some code together, you know?
Slinging some code.
Anyways, so we're just hanging out.
I love it, man. So I think that's a big question, right? What's the difference in someone getting a site from, say, free GoDaddy or a Google site, you know, the free one that you can get within your GMB? There's a lot of options. And we came up with a small list here today. We're going to get you in and out for this video and talk about just the amount of pages that need to be built for a site to really rank well and kind of take over a region, not just for an area. Talk a little bit about that workload on page builds and research and optimization, Chris.
Absolutely. You know, as a baseline, just about every contractor is going to need at least 30 to 50 pages worth of content. We're talking about your homepage, your about page, every single service you provide, the major towns you work in. You need to have specific content custom written for every single one of those pieces, you know, those locations, those services. And that's something that Footbridge handles entirely for you. We're writing all the content, we're doing the research. We know from our history and doing this since '04, we know what works. We know what works in certain areas, and if we don't know offhand, we do the research and we figure out what specific terms are going to do well for your site. And that's just a lot of legwork. It's a lot of prep work.
So you're talking about you guys do the research on the exact keywords that are working well for that area. And basically, you're almost reverse engineering what the public is searching and optimizing that for their site. Is that correct?
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, we know that regionally there are some places where power washing is a real popular term compared to pressure washing, or, you know, deck washing versus deck cleaning. Sometimes it's those little things that can really make or break the amount of traffic that you can get to your site and getting placed in front of the searches that are actually happening. You can rank for any term you want to at the end of the day, but it's got to be the terms that are relevant to your community, to your target audience.
Absolutely. And so you're saying 40 to 50 pages content built out. I know my site currently, I'll flash it up here and show you how many pages I currently have. But look, mine has been built out over the last 4 years. I've said I got project pages, I got blogs. We got a lot of different things, a lot of different service area pages that you guys have included and built out for me over time. And that's all included in your guys' package. I'm not touching any of that. I do write my own blogs. That's one thing I do, and I just fill out your service page portal.
Yeah, and that's all part of it. It was the
that you guys
building over
post on
time,
project
those pages. You know, starting off with that 30, 40, 50 pages is important, but you also need to grow that over time to keep that hold, to grow and improve your site.
Absolutely. So talk to me about number 2, ongoing changes. I know this one is something that some of us contractors are bolder to speak about this than others. And we will say, oh yeah, man, I'll update all my stuff. You know, when the Google algorithm changes from panda to penguin, I'm going to know, and I'm going to go make changes on the site, right? Tell them a little bit about those ongoing changes that they may not even be able to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's constantly little changes going on, and then everyone tends to hear about those big named changes like the ones you're talking about there. That stuff's happening all the time, happening constantly, whether it's local SEO, whether it's on the website itself. And that's why it's important to have somebody whose job is to have an ear to the ground, to know what's happening, to make sure they're creating content, creating pages, updating pages as necessary, to really work, to make sure that you're maximizing that potential, that exposure.
So basically,
yeah, whether it's adjusting the code side of things, making sure that images are going to look sharp on specific devices or not, all those little changes and those ongoing changes over time, they can be death by 1,000 cuts if you're not really doing it proper yourself.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because it's not something me as a contractor wanted to, really pay attention to early. I thought I did, but I'm going to tell you, after a day of work, you come home, you get a shower, you eat, you don't want to be working on the site till 2 a.m. and trying to kind of hit a moving target that is Google, right? I feel
Yeah.
like, just my personal experience with you guys, having you guys handle that stuff that y'all aren't even mentioning that you're handling it to me. It's almost like I have another 3 employees on payroll for basically like $6 a day. I think that's what I pay you guys, like $199 a month, $6 a day, $6.60. I think that's the deal. But that's huge. So number two is kind of the ongoing changes, and number three, I think this is something that has come about in the past couple years, as far as tying automated review management into the site schema and tying it back into Google My Business, right? Talk a little bit about the website and how that operates with Google My Business with your review management software, which I think is Bird Eye.
That's right. Yeah, we partner with Bird Eye, and it's review management reviews in general, we know have gotten super important. Whether you as a contractor care or not, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, your prospective customers care about those online reviews. That's what people are looking at. And it's a lot of legwork to get reviews done. If you're grinding out and you're doing it manually, you've got to call people, text people, send them cards to remind them to do stuff. When you're actually on the job site, ask them. With our review management system with Bird Eye, we make the process so much easier. All you have to do is input that customer's name, email address, phone number. You do it right after your job if you want to, even upload a list at the end of the week. As long as you're getting that data in there, the system reaches out automatically. It sends text messages, it sends emails, it sends reminders to follow up if they didn't take any action and didn't fill out a review. So at the end of the day, it's like you said, footbridge is like having another employee. It's another employee, someone else who's constantly reaching out to your audience base to try to get those super important Google reviews or Facebook recommendations, whatever you need to grow your business, getting those reviews for you with absolutely no legwork. That way you can come home and take a break, take a breather, and let the system and let footbridge take care of that part.
I love that. So, when you guys first told me that you were adding Bird Eye to the package, the whole web package, it includes that. And you told me, and then so what I immediately do, I Google Bird Eye and start looking at pricing for Bird Eye. And I was just astonished at what it costs off the street. I think it's like $3.99 or $2.99 a month just for Bird Eye, not including, everything else that you guys offer. And with the $199 package, that includes that software, includes the web build, includes the ongoing changes, the optimization, the review management, all of that. Like, I don't want to know how you guys pulled that deal off.
I'm not privy to that. I don't know.
I don't need to know, because me as a business guy, if I'm charging $300 a month off the street and someone's like, hey man, basically we're just not going to give you that much. We need to offer this to our people. And that shows that you guys care about your contractors and that you're trying to give them the most bang for the buck, because what it's costing them is not even like a tenth basically of what it would cost to go straight to Bird Eye. So that's so cool to me. So awesome, man. I think that kind of encompasses, what does a web team actually do versus the whole consultant route, the one-off build, or if God forbid you're wanting to build it on your own and maintain it on your own. But Footbridge Media is the team. If you're wanting to get them to build you a pro site, go ahead. And you know what? I recommend, look, I always tell them about the link in the description. I'm going to leave the Footbridge Media phone number in the description to the office. You got to call them between 9 and 5. Is that right? Or they're not going to be in the office. But call and ask to speak with Aaron O'Hanlon if you got questions. He's the guy. He is real. He's down there. He's waiting on you. It will not be me, Aaron. There are two Aarons in this game, and you guys need to know about that. So I hope this answers some of your questions about what a web team actually does. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Now that I've gotten established with footbridge and done the things that they've told me to do, dude, I'm making more revenue than I was making in my old profession.